Okay, today we're going to solve every single good-looking thing on the planet, summarized in 2 Hebrew root words to the glory of Jesus equals 888. That's every single pleasant thing to the eyes that comes into your vision, made by God, made by Jesus, in fact, for his own glory. We're going to find this gem in the opening verses of Daniel chapter 1. Where we find the description of Daniel and his friends and why they are chosen to be the ministers to the king. Verse 4, children in whom was no blemish, but good looking, and skillful in all wisdom and cunning and knowledge and understanding science and yada 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 yada, who had ability to stand before the king. And we solve that entire combination in the entire verse in another module, but right now, we are focusing on good looks, according to the mind of God, for the glory of Jesus. And interestingly, that is the first attribute that is mentioned of Daniel and his friends. So let's do the math on good looks to find out who owes thanksgiving and praise and glory for every single beautiful thing on this planet from the dawn of time. Namely Jesus, who made it all. Okay, so 2 Hebrew root words here. As we have seen all through the Bible, that God pairs Hebrew roots for the glory of Jesus equals 888, starting at the very first 2 roots in the entire Bible. Beginning plus creation equals 8 times 88. 2 3-glyph roots together. So now we do the same thing here for good looking. Are you ready? We're going to solve good looks once and for all eternity, because the Word of God never changes. This is epic. So pay attention. 2 root words, and you can find them again in Daniel 1, verse 4. The first word is, of course, good. And literally, the second root is looking. To see, to look, to see something good, pleasing, as in Genesis, God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. He saw it. He made it good. Looking good. We say that person is looking good. They are good looking. Let's do the math. So here's the first root, just like this. Just like this. And this is, we'll do the numbers after we've written them both up here. 3-glyph roots. Remember, every Hebrew word has a 3-glyph root. The glory of Jesus equals 888, for whom the entire universe is 4. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3 glyphs per root. Add them up, lo and behold. This is 17. You can do it yourself. This is 2, this is 6, this is 9. Together equals 17. This is 206. 200, 1, and 5 equals 206. Sum of these together is, lo and behold, watch this, 223, which is prime by the law of prime. 223 is exactly and precisely to the glory of Jesus, the 48th prime. Boom! Glory to Jesus Christ. Glory to Jesus Christ for every single good-looking thing that has ever existed and ever will exist, and that exists for all eternity, because believe me, heaven is chock full of good-looking people and good-looking things. Namely, everything in heaven is drop-dead gorgeous. So, 48 is an all-factor 8 number. 4 and 8 are factors of 8. It ends in 8, divides by 8 perfectly. Furthermore, it divides by this perfect, gorgeous double of triple 8s. Boom. 8 plus 8 plus 8. Plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Repeated for added emphasis, to the glory of Jesus equals 888, 888, 888. He takes the glory for every single good-looking thing, person, and object, whatever you want to call it, under the sun. So, as an added confirmation of the glory of this number here, the 48th prime, consider two very epic examples. The first two roots spoken by God before the entire universe was, "Let there be light." Add up those two roots, and lo and behold, you get the exact same number, the 48th prime. Those are the first spoken words in the entire universe. Let there be, this is before the universe existed, my friends. Let there be light. If you add up those two roots, let there be, hava, that's 16. And then light is 207. Watch this. Look at how brilliant this is. Look at this. Let there be light. Let there be 16. That's only one less than 17. Look at the parallelism here. 16, one less than 17. 207, one greater than 206. Look at that. 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Let there be light. Why? So that we can see beauty. So that we can see the good that God made. Light exists for us to see the good that God made. God saw everything that He had made, and indeed it was very good. Well, how can you see everything that you've made unless there was light to begin with? Glory to Jesus Christ. We have proven it mathematically once and for all eternity. I will take my Nobel Prize in heaven. Thank you very much. So, look at this. We're going to write these out. Good looking. There you go. Let there be light. Here's the three-glyph root for let there be. Here is the root for light. You can do the math yourself. And again, this is the very root of Jehovah's name Himself. The very first root that He spoke before the universe was the root of His own name. Hava, to be, to exist. Jehovah, the existing one. How fitting that He glorifies Himself in the first word that He speaks before the universe was. Let there be light. And this 16, 5 plus 6 in the middle plus 5 on the end. This is 200 plus 6 plus 1 equals 207. So lo and behold, that perfect first pair of roots in the entire spoken dialogue of the story of the universe equals exactly this number here, 223, which by the law of prime, the glory of Jesus, equals the 48th prime. Glory to Jesus Christ. To the glory of Jesus equals 888, who made all things, and for whom all things exist, and He is the head over all. As for the absolute glory of this number 48, in addition to what we have already mentioned, it is precisely the number of the most glorious thing in the entire universe, which is the stars themselves. We know that it is the most glorious thing in the entire universe because God chose to place one of these things at the center of our solar system, called the sun. Sun, Shemesh in Hebrew, equals 8 times 80, to the glory of Jesus equals 888. And furthermore, we know that the stars are the most glorious things in the mind of God because Jesus Christ Himself signs off in His final words in Revelation to the world with His very last title that He declares to the world is star. That is the last word out of His mouth before He signs off on the radio. He says, I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. Boom. His last title, the final kahuna. He always ends with the greatest glory, the best for last. Star equals 48 exactly in Hebrew. Jesus ends with that title in Revelation. That's how awesome this number 48 is. As we see, it's this perfect double of triple eights to the glory of Jesus equals 888. And furthermore, Jesus Christ's birth was announced by what? A star. A star announced His birth, and star is the final title that He declares of Himself to all humanity for all eternity. There is one number for that word star in Hebrew. There is no other answer. There is only one right and one correct number. That number is 48. And it comes from the three-glyph root, which means